Staging your living room, beginner tips all the way to advanced strategies. Stay tuned. My name is Gary Wong from GaryWongRealty.com. I'm also the author of the book on Vancouver real estate, and we are shooting a bunch of videos on home staging. I'm here with Hans again from Miix Interiors, and we are going to be talking today about some ninja secrets to staging your living room. Welcome to the show again, Hans.
Hello, Gary.
So, as I talked about, we're going to be sharing some ninja secrets to staging your living room. So give us the juicy details.
Sure thing. All right, so just a couple of points I want to point out. So first of all, is like the flow of a living room. So usually when a buyer walks in, the first thing they will see is the living room, right? You walk in, you see, and you start walking through. And imagine when you're walking through something, oh, the path is blocked. So you always got to remember to make sure the traffic flow is always smooth and is always good, and make sure that when the buyers walk in, they can walk through everything.
With a clear path.
With a clear path, yeah. Yes, exactly.
You don't want them climbing over anything.
No, you don't want them to hit a dead end and be like, oh crap, am I lost here?
Yeah.
Yes, so one is a good traffic flow. And then second is to always find the focal point of this area. So normally like a focal point of a living room can be a fireplace, can be built-in bookshelves, or it can also be large windows.
Okay.
So really find the focal point of the living room and really use it as an asset. And if you don't really have a focal point, create one. So you can either put a mirror.
Okay.
You can put a mirror right on top of like a small fireplace that are not drawing enough attention.
Okay.
Or you can put two big paintings symmetrically on the side of the couch to create something that will draw the attention of buyers.
Smart.
Yeah. So you want be creative and actually think that these things can actually turn a buyer more interested to this area.
Yeah, so you're mentioning fireplace. How do you stage a fireplace?
So fireplace, like on top of the fireplace, there's usually an area for you to put a TV. But however, TV we wouldn't recommend as a stage item. We would usually always prefer a painting or a mirror over a TV.
Why? Why is that?
Because TV, first of all, if it's not turned on, it's basically a black painting, to be honest, that you're thinking about it.
Okay.
And then the second, it's thicker. Normally a TV will have like a 3 or 4 inches thicker out.
Oh,
so when you're looking on the side, it just looks like
some chunky thing.
Yeah, some chunky thing that's like have a TV stand there too. So we will always prefer a painting over it.
Well, nowadays they have those LCD TVs, or sorry, OLED TVs that like they look like a painting.
Oh,
and then you can, when you don't turn on the TV, it shows this like a digital painting.
You can do that too, but that'll be a really
costly.
high budget.
Very costly.
Very costly.
Whereas the painting would be what, $50, $100, $200?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And then what else?
A quite important thing is to make sure that having a more conversational grouping of the couches and the armchairs.
Okay.
So sometimes you don't really have it to be side to side or like one symmetrical.
Okay.
Sometimes you can have it a more rounded area, having the two armchairs slanted or maybe diagonally to each other, and then having the couch on the side. Be creative on your conversational grouping, but make sure they're not facing in one way. Of course, like if you do have a TV there, it's practical for everything facing the same way.
Yeah.
But then when buyers coming in, they want to see a warm area that you can have a discussion in there or have a conversation in this room, right?
Okay. So like, what are some common mistakes that people make when they're staging their living room?
So when they're staging the living room, sometimes I think they're missing side tables. So side tables are actually a great effect on the side when you put it right beside your armchair and having a book open in there. It just creates a space that someone was living there and someone was actually using this space.
Okay. So would you, if you have two side tables, one on each side of the sofa, one would have a book and what would be the other one?
It can either be with lamp or either have two bottles of sparkling water.
Oh. So it doesn't have to be symmetrical, like 2 lamps or.
No, symmetrical. Sometimes it's a good thing, but at the same time, if it's asymmetrical, it's gonna be boring too.
Okay, yeah, right, you're right. And then what about the color scheme? Does it have to be a certain color scheme in the living room or?
Yes. So if you want to make a color schemed area, don't just stick with one color zone. You always have to mix and match of your colors. We've seen a lot of cases that those buyers who bought this property and also have a 3-set combo chairs, and they're all the same color, same couch. 2 armchairs are all the same color, and then even the same pillow. However, that actually creates the space really boring.
Yeah.
So
I've seen those. Like you go in and it's like all wooden, and then it's all brown.
Yeah.
All red, dark red, brown.
Exactly.
And it looks like the whole color of the room is all reddish brown.
Yes, exactly. So when you walk in there, you just feel like, oh, what am I focusing on? What is drawing my? You're drawing my everything to my attention. Since they're the same color. So we always prefer a mix and match, trying to find a color tone that matches to this color. Like, so say we can go with blue with white, or with orange, or maybe gray and like black. Like something that's close, but don't do black pillows, black couch, black armchairs, of course.
You want the contrast.
Yeah, the contrast and
the focal point. You also want the focal point.
Yes.
Okay, but when it's all the same color, there's no focal point.
Exactly.
It's all like blends into each other.
Yeah.
And then people don't know where to look at, basically.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, and then the living room table, do you choose, like I've seen some living rooms where the living room table is like huge. Do you prefer something smaller, or what's the right way and wrong way to do it?
Well, it's always the right size, Gary. Like, of course you don't want a big coffee table, or else that's gonna take a lot of space, and of course make the space smaller. So make sure the coffee table is not too big, and at the same time it's not too low. I've seen a lot of coffee that are a lot lower, and they actually does not include in the view of the buyers, since they're walking in, they don't see any accessories because the coffee table is way too low.
Yeah, I've seen those at furniture stores. They're incredibly low. Like you have to like almost squat down to get a drink of water or something.
Exactly. It's just like, and it's just too low, and it's just, even with accessories on top, you can barely see.
I guess those specific furniture appeals to the specific buyer, but then when you're staging your home, you want to appeal the most number of buyers.
Yes.
So you want to use something very common and neutral and like common height. You don't want something very creative. You want to be a little bit creative with the color specifically, but not creative with the style and layout, right?
Yes.
And then also that goes into how you place, what kind of accessories you place.
Yeah. Yes.
So you want to just place maybe small accessories, but not too many. You mentioned in another video about the rule of 3 or the rule of odd numbers. So like something like a living room table, would you put like 5 things or 7 things, or more like 3?
We would usually put 3 to 5, and then it's not just accessories. It may be a mix of 2 vases, 1 tall vase, 1 short vase, and a book, and a frame, and maybe a few maybe pens on the side, to just have this one nice. It's like telling a story instead of just making it as an accessory. If you have a book, a frame there, it looks like someone was just here, checking on this book or writing notes, or just looking at this photo.
So the accessories is important. You don't just randomly put 3 things there.
No.
It has to be something strategic and like match well with you. Not like 3 vases, right?
Yeah. You want this set of thing to tell a story, to make sure this room is something that the buyers can imagine that they're living in.
The concept of storytelling. That's a really good point. So that's a lot of information. I hope you guys got a lot of value from that. I'm sure you have questions. Make sure you comment in the comment section below. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe, hit the notification bell of future videos. So, and if you like what you're seeing and you have more questions for Hans, his contact information is actually in the description below. Stay tuned, we're gonna have more videos with Hans, and I'll see you in the next video. I know you watch my videos to learn about real estate. So guess what? This is my #1 best-selling book, The Book on Vancouver Real Estate. It's got insider secrets on how to buy, sell, and invest in real estate. Don't be misled by the title. The universal principles within here can be used anywhere. It retails on Amazon for $24.95, but since you've been watching my videos for some time, I'll tell you what. Click on the link in the description below and I'll send you a copy absolutely free. Now, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and go watch these other videos.